go live again. We are live. What's up, people? Let me play that. Let me play that song. Shit. Play? No? Yeah, let's let people.
Yeah.
Join us back.
Against the Ropes podcast.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, I hope we keep you guys entertained at least for a little bit. I know you guys are in quarantine. There's a lot of shit going on in the world. So, I hope we bring you a little bit of happiness with this boxing talk that we're bringing. Oh, Kawhi.
Yeah. Let us know who's here. We had to pause it for a little bit. I guess it crashed again. I don't know.
Yeah.
Against the Ropes podcast.
Too many viewers.
Dude, so I know a lot of
Crashed.
boxers are keeping themselves like in shape.
Yeah.
Are there any boxers that you expect for them to come out like more ripped than normal? I know Marcos Maidana.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that he always shows on his Instagram like he's working out.
I know Arnold Barboza has been working out on a daily, stuff like that. But they should be. I mean, there's nothing else to do.
Right.
Work out.
Exactly.
Y'all should be in quarantine anyway, right? If you're in camp, boxers.
I see Mr. Matt Gay
Back. Oh,
right?
What's up? Yeah, it's halftime. It is. I have to pause it for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube be messing up, man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
YouTube be playing with our emotions, bro.
What's up?
Mr. Matt Gary, I know he's been working out too. He's always doing those push-ups, bro. Guess I have a little thing going on, back and forth push-up challenge.
How many he does?
I don't know. He does a lot. He's
I
got
think
like
I'll get him. I think I'll get him.
do the push-up challenge.
Yeah, I think I'll get him.
I'll be real. I'll stop at 45. 45 good ones, and I'm like, that's it. That's it.
Bro, I've been doing push-ups since middle school, man. What's up? Come at me. That's why I switched to Facebook Live. Yeah, Facebook. I guess it's more what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, help me out here. What's the word I'm looking for? Facebook is more
reliable.
Yeah. There you go. So are you guys happy with the NBA season? Man, get out of here, comics at your Clippers. No, they have to finish the seasons. That's the one thing I do not understand. Like, people are just like, oh, throw the season away and move on to the next one. Why can't you just continue the same one and make the next fucking season wait, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I don't understand. But anyway, I don't know.
Do you expect them to go straight to the playoffs? Do you think that's
I mean, it depends when they go back.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I don't have a problem with pushing the 2021 season
a little bit later in the year.
Starting later. Why not? Who cares?
But straight into the playoffs.
Not straight into the playoffs. I don't know. I don't think so.
You want
because there's still a lot to play for. Like, I'm sure those 9th seed teams will be pretty upset. Right? So they don't get a chance to play for it. All right.
Yeah.
But anyways, what were we talking about? What did you want to continue on?
Since we're talking about NBA,
right?
I know a lot of people have been talking about or have heard about something that's a little bit controversial that has not to do with a boxer, but a boxer's family member.
Okay, I know where you're going.
Yeah,
that's next to my notes.
So yes, Iana Mayweather, the daughter of Floyd Mayweather Jr., has been arrested.
NBA, I see how you tied it in.
Yeah. Has been arrested for stabbing an NBA YoungBoy's ex-fiance.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that, bro?
I don't even know.
Don't even know.
I don't know what to say other than it's a rough month for the Mayweathers.
Oh, shit.
I don't know. I don't know who NBA YoungBoy is. I've heard the name, but...
Like, I've heard of the NBA. I haven't heard of YoungBoy.
If you have NBA in your name, I only know one NBA, so... I don't know.
Yeah.
Chicana Boxing's here. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Lily? What's up, girl?
That's just wild. That is wild, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about it, honestly.
Obviously, the first thought in people's minds is like, why you have all the money in the world, because of your father. Yeah. Why are you doing stupid shit like this? That's like the first thought, right? Again, but that's like, there's a bunch of shit that goes on, like emotions, jealousy, all that relationship shit. But it's like, where do you go, in the mentality aspect where you have to physically stab and hurt somebody because you don't get your way, I think you're like Mayweather, Floyd has given you the best example. When you want to get something you want, you work hard for it. You fucking, you know, fucking you put in time, you put in dedication. So fuck, I don't know. This is a.
So Lily said Mayweather has all the bail money to bail her out.
You know what? Yes, this is something I thought right away too. I was like, okay, Mayweather has so much money, he's gonna find a way.
But what do you do it as a parent? Mexican parents be like, "Que aprendas, güey.
Que aprenda, yeah.
Fuck, you better learn now."
Okay, this is a culture thing now. Yeah, as in Hispanic culture, you're like, no, que se chingue.
I know my parents would be like, "Hey, fool, have fun."
Yeah.
Have fun in jail.
Yeah. To me, dude, how do you have all the money in the world and you go and stab somebody because you don't get your way? That's just fucking immature, lack of fucking controlling your emotions, your feelings. Like, if this guy's not feeling you, like, you fucking walk away from that shit.
You're gonna take this one away.
I want to hear people's comments. Like, Lily, like, give me your perspective. What do you think on this? But man, this is just crazy.
Learn.
What did she say? What did Lily say?
I wouldn't bail my kids out. See?
Okay.
Think about your actions. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we're taught as kids, right? If you're
Yeah.
gonna troll, you better fucking own that shit.
Yeah. And I heard there wasn't just one. It wasn't like a stab out of him. Like, she stabbed this person like a second time. Like, she came back and, like, you know, if it's like if it's a one time, it's like
I could make so many bad jokes out of this. But
yeah,
keep those to myself.
But to me, like, I want to see what happens the next
they're
coming
rich
days.
and they're still acting stupid. That's what happens.
I want to see in the coming days how
it's going to be handled.
Yes, yeah, and you nailed it. This has not been a good 2 months for the Mayweather family. They've been going through some rough shit.
Yeah, I don't have any comments on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just yeah, I don't know. I hope she's able to grow from this experience. I think she should I think she should see some jail time, because that's you don't stab anybody, bro. That's not no.
So
yeah.
Following up on that, Lily said you got all the resources to succeed, and
yes,
you choose and caps to act impulsively.
Yeah.
Any update on the victim? I don't know, actually. I didn't read too much into it.
Yeah, I didn't read too much into it. I just know that she was admitted to like a hospital.
So what I read is that the victim didn't feel the first stab.
Yeah.
Right? She got stabbed once. She said she kept trying to fight her off, got stabbed again, and that's when she realized, oh shit, I'm stabbed a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm assuming it's not life-threatening.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm assuming at this point.
Yeah. To me, like, the way I see this is Mayweather's children, they've been, I don't want to say spoiled, but they've been giving everything, right? They've been giving everything that a lot of other kids don't get, you know, the best education, the best, you know, resources to succeed in life. And then when it happens that you don't get what you want, you act out. It seems like this is what happened. Like, damn, this guy's not giving me the attention, you know, that I feel I deserve. Like, he's giving it to somebody else. Like, obviously you're gonna react, you know, emotionally. And so she just went extreme. She went definitely extreme on this. And so, man, definitely just I want to see what happens in the next coming weeks. You know, not just based on like a social thing, but like, you know, how does money play into this? How do you know? Yeah, but
they never heard no dead ass. How old is she? How old is she? Like 20, 21?
I think early 20s.
Early 20s, right?
Mistaken. Late teens, early 20s. For
Tell me you wouldn't stab anybody in your early 20s.
Wow, dude, if I had that much money, I'd be like, shit, I stay alone. Shit. Let me go to fucking India. Let me go to fucking.
That's crazy.
Let me just travel. There ain't nobody gonna. Yeah. That's insane.
Anything you want to add to that?
I just want to see what Floyd does about this as a father, you know. Obviously, he's respected as a boxer, as an athlete. He's done it all in boxing. He's, you know, worked, you know, from having nothing, from having having a drug. Is a funny comment? All right, read it, bro. Read it.
Lily said, "Shit, I'll stab someone right now." I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying.
Man, I just want to see how.
Think about all this stupid shit we did when we're in fucking 2021. 22.
Shit, she's
I'm
she's
saying.
so in quarantine. She fucking that was her limit, man. I want to see how fucking Floyd handles this. You know, yeah.
Anyways, before we move on to our next topics, I don't know. Did you want to add anything?
That's
to
it.
that?
That's it.
I want to send some shout outs to Jesse's kid.
Yeah.
You guys can follow him at _Paul Rodriguez 1. Our good friend Jesse, you know, he's involved this kid into boxing, and they're taking it serious, man.
Yeah, I see.
Cool workout videos and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope to see.
Yeah.
And he also told me if I can send another shout out to, let's see, on Instagram, at Shot by Jenny on Instagram. She's a photographer. She takes photographs for people in the Chicago area, and she mainly follows female boxers.
Okay.
So he wanted me to shout her out as well. So yeah, and he said he wasn't gonna join us on the live chat because his boy is actually just Paul is celebrating our birthday this week. I don't know what day, but I don't know what day is which. But he's celebrating our birthday. I think it's his 9th.
Okay.
His 9th birthday, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to them.
Yeah.
And also shout out to Comics Vet. Make sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel if you guys want some cool movie reviews. Comics Vet. Follow him on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. And also Chicana Boxing, who's here.
Yeah.
Chicana Boxing on YouTube, Instagram, I guess soon.
Yeah.
Twitter, all that good stuff. Yeah, follow them. And also Sean, Just Boxing Live. Make sure to follow all of them.
Yeah, we definitely have to have them all three on a podcast during quarantine. That's like one of those things that will go down in memory lane. So, Sean, Lily, in the coming weeks, we want to have you guys on.
Even if it's through the phone.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
So to all of them, hey, thank you, Derek. You're the man. Yeah,
Derek,
Sean,
dude, he made me crack up with the comment that he did. I'll tell you about that shit made me laugh
Let me see if I can show it.
Yeah. Freaking Derek, dude, respect. It's just funny as fuck.
Let's see if I can.
Yeah.
I created this meme for Against the Ropes.
Yeah.
That shit was pretty funny, but Derek's comment made me crack up.
Yeah. So we're talking about how to stay, safe, right? People are wearing these masks during the coronavirus. And so, one of the fighters that came to light was El Bandido Vargas. He wears that.
Can they see that? Okay?
Yeah. You can see it, yeah. So El Bandido Vargas wears that Mexican, mask, over his face. And so, like, a lot of people interpret that as cholo. Dude, I was riding my bike with mine. I was ready.
Yeah, were you?
People were looking at me like, it's the cholo.
I wanted to post a pic of Cano and Gomez.
Gomez,
they were messing
yeah,
around
wearing
our
that
podcast. They were wearing the bandana around there.
Yeah. So Derek made a comment. I was cracking up. That shit was funny.
Yeah, but he said anyone coughing in public, catching a left hook. That's true, don't cough around me. Dude, like before all this stuff, anybody who would sneeze or cough without covering their mouth, be like, yo, what's wrong with you, man? Yeah. But now even more, right? So give them a left hook if they if they're coughing in public and all that stuff, man. Chicana says Saturday sucks. LOL without boxing.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
What have you guys been doing on your Saturdays? Let us know. Weekends, they don't even feel like weekends to me. Honestly, I lose track of what days are which. So I don't know. What have you guys been up to these weekends and stuff?
Yeah, I know we had a good time at Lily's birthday party. It was fun.
Lily's was fun. The drinks were bomb.
Yeah.
I don't like margaritas really, but that one was good.
Those were palomas. So those were bomb.
Oh, they're palomas. What was the difference?
They're just more adult.
What do you mean?
Well,
explain,
palomas.
We have time. Explain.
So palomas
are
a little bit more bitter, less sweet than margaritas.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's just the content of the juice.
The mix.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I liked it. It was good.
It was good. So shout out to Lily.
And her mom too. Her mom said she put the secret recipe. So that was pretty funny.
Throw another party, Lily. We'll be there.
Eating? What do you eat, Derek?
Yeah.
What do you guys eat out in the East Coast, man? Schoolwork, watching movies, and family. Rewatching old fights. Yeah, I
Okay.
feel you. Dude, you know what? Comics Vet last week mentioned Julio Cesar Chavez against Randall. And I watched the first
Oh,
one
you
today.
saw it?
I
Okay.
saw the first one today.
Yeah.
I actually just watched the last 2 rounds, and Chavez actually got dropped for the first time in his career.
Oh shit! See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it wasn't like a spectacular. It would be like if you've never seen Chavez go down, but in hindsight,
Yeah.
he was just squaring up, and then he hit him with a straight right, and Chavez you could tell he was slowing down.
Okay.
Right, I've told that story so many times of him saying he was already on drugs, he was already on alcohol,
Yeah.
so he was already slowing down, but he got
Yeah.
caught with the straight right and just sat down.
And this, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first official match that he lost. Correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
On record.
Yeah, on record. The
Mhm.
first time he's been dropped, the first time he lost, and it was actually a split.
Mhm.
If I'm not mistaken, he was deducted some points for low blows.
Mm-hmm.
The first scorecard was something like 116, 111. The second one was in favor of Chavez, like 114, 113.
Yeah.
The last one was like 114, 113 for Randall. So that's when he officially lost his first fight.
Yeah.
But if you go back and listen to some of the interviews, he had already said that he was kind of done by that point. Like he was already under the addiction of drugs and alcohol.
See, I remember hearing that fight, and I remember like my father saying like we're so used to like Chavez Senior just winning.
Yeah,
it became like a norm. Like we would just watch the fight just to get that good feeling of like he's gonna give us a win. He's gonna make us feel good for the rest of the week, the rest of the month, because this is a guaranteed win. And then when this fight happened, like the whole week was just like just
the crazy part about that was when Randall got the knockdown, he celebrated like he had won the fight. And then after that round, after the 11th, like his corner was just like they were just celebrating because they were just like, wow, I can't believe you just knocked down the legend.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing about Chavez is that he transcended any politics, any racial stuff, and he even talks about it too. Like back in the day, Donald Trump would let him borrow his helicopters when he would fight in New York or in the USA. Like Donald Trump would like just give helicopters and jets and shit because he was just a legend, a Mexican legend in boxing. But that was crazy. I watched that fight today earlier this morning. But just to go to some comments, I'm building makeshift boxing gym equipment out of stuff around the house for my workout. Sean. Oh, that's cool, man. Preparing for our fight. That's what's up.
So, we're gonna have that fight down the line for charity.
Comics that I might still have a shitload of old DVDs from my rack and old fights, but they're in a box in my garage. Before I go to other comments, let me talk about that because I remember when I was little, like one of my uncles had all these fucking cassette tapes of Chavez fights. Yeah, and that's what they would do when they would get drunk. Like they would just put on the tapes and fucking watch old Chavez fights. I remember watching the Chavez fight against Meldrick Taylor. Yeah. The first one, obviously. Like so many times because every time they would just bring out the tapes. Yeah. They just bring out the tapes, put in that VCR player and play these fights when I was little. Yeah. And I remember watching all those old tapes and they would just sit there and freaking argue for hours and hours just drunk. Kind of like us. Yeah. But
that's the thing.
Good memories.
Chavez Senior was in that same era that Mike Tyson was, and obviously, like Mike, the heavyweights outshine any other division. Yeah. But the longevity of Chavez Senior was before Mike Tyson and then after Mike Tyson, and so like, you don't get the same like, those knockouts that are so transcending of time like Mike Tyson's, but you get that consistency from Chavez Senior, and it's more than just boxing. It's like culture. It's like that Mexican grit where you're like, like I gotta do what I gotta do to get this win. Yeah. And you're gonna take a lot of leather, te van a chingar, te van a dar putazos, but you're gonna fucking do it to win, to get that W. And so, man, like Chavez was just something else for like the Mexican culture.
Derek says, I'm 6'0", 155. Who won a box? Why are you calling out people? I'm boxing, Derek.
I think he's just quarantine has gotten the best of him. He's like, man, I want to box somebody.
I want to see everyone box.
Yeah.
I want to see everyone box who critiques these boxers. And
you can't do worse than Stephen A. Smith. I get
that uppercut was like
How was it?
it was nasty. It was nasty.
I'm trying to like do like a weird, like a really bad uppercut.
Bro, it was just like nasty. Like even if you tried, you couldn't do it. But going back to tapes, I remember. Like I always liked Fernando Vargas because my coach when I started playing soccer at the time he was like best friends with my dad.
Yeah.
Right. He was my brother's coach because he had an older team and then he had a team for the like my age and his son was my age, so we played in the same team. Yeah. But he would always give my dad tapes of Fernando Vargas when he was like 20 years old, knocking dudes out, dude. Yeah. So like obviously when that fight with Fernando Vargas and De La Hoya happened, it was like big to us because it was like dude, we've been following Fernando Vargas since he was young, knocking everybody out, watching these VHS tapes until that point. But anyway, yeah. And then I remember when we were like 4 or 5, they would make a spar in the living room. You remember those?
You and who? You and your bro?
No, me and my teammate.
Okay.
So my coach's son, who was my same age.
Okay.
Right. They would like his dad would make him he put gloves on. My dad would put the gloves on me. Remember when they had like the remember when they had like the pair where one would be the Mexican flag and one pair would be the USA flag?
Yeah. Like, which one were you?
I don't remember. I would always want the Mexico ones, but I probably got the USA ones because I wasn't at my home turf. You know, it was at his house. But they would make a spar, I remember. And we were like little, just in the living room, just throwing punches.
That's funny.
And then my mom would get mad when she would find out.
So
I could never box. Stick to soccer.
Moms are always like that, man. Moms, I don't want you to get hurt, man.
All right, let's go back to some of these comments. All right, Chicano boxing. There's the difference between palomas and margaritas is that margaritas are tequila and palomas. Well, so palomas are mezcal.
Mezcal.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Mezcal is something else. If you guys drink like, you know how tequila will get you like on another level, like mezcal will get you on an other level.
Yeah.
And mezcal, I have a bottle of mezcal that my sister bought me from Mexico, and it's kind of just sitting there because I took some sips of that, and I'm just like, God damn. This shit gets you on another level.
Yeah.
But anyway, palomas are sometimes sweetened with agave syrup. Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
But those are good. The ones that are at her house.
Yeah, those are good.
All right.
Let's pose this question, Gino. Like, what are the boxers that you want to see fight? Like, what are the ones like I can't wait to see this guy fight? I can't wait to see like this matchup. Yeah. So
we kind of posed that question last week, right? But realistically, not on all bullshit. You know, we're getting back from this quarantine. People are getting back from car accidents and all that bullshit. So, all right. Damn, I noticed y'all have Wilder right here. Wilder versus Fury poster. I think Stax gave that to us.
Yeah.
Stax gave us that poster. Gave Chris that poster. That's pretty dope. East Coast full of junk food. What junk food do you guys have? Everybody on the West Coast says like In-N-Out is the shit and all that, but I think it's overrated. I don't know.
It's all right.
What do you be eating? What do you be eating?
In Philadelphia, right?
Yeah, because I know like Carl's Jr. and shit they don't have out there. It's called something else. All right, let's see what else. I miss able to record VHS. Nah, I hated fighting taller guys. Taller guys to me is like I'd rather fight someone taller. Yeah. Because it's like the smaller, quicker guys who scare me. I don't know why.
Smaller, quicker guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's like
I don't know.
Those guys like I should be beating him, but I can't.
Yeah, exactly. Right? It fucks with you mentally.
Yeah, you're like, why is this little fucking me like
why is he fucking landing all these punches? I can't even see him. We should make a YouTube show getting drunk boxers interviewing them. That would be fucking cool.
Who's that?
We're drunk all the time. So Caleb Plant versus Canelo. I think Canelo washes him. Honestly, Derek. I know you guys like Caleb Plant, but
they like his attitude. They like his like.
I like what he stands for. I like who he is. But
he's different. Obviously, he's he's a white fighter in a predominantly like Hispanic.
But now when they're in camp, literally. But yeah, Caleb Plant. I think I said this before too. I feel like he's a little overrated, especially for 168. He's undersized for the most part, and I just don't think he's faced the same level of competition as even a Benavidez, honestly.
Yeah,
because Benavidez, he has some older veterans under his belt. We were there, Caleb Plant against El Bolivita. What's that his name? at
Yeah.
the
What's his boy's name?
Microsoft Theater Uzcategui, right?
Uzcategui.
We were there at that fight, and that was a tremendous fight.
That was
in my
a good
opinion.
fight.
That was a good fight,
Yeah.
and he showed the heart and the grit. But I don't know if Caleb Plant would be able to do it against elite opposition. You know, because I feel like he's Canelo size.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
Uzcategui's not like no journeyman, but he's
Yeah.
not an elite fighter. He's just like
But he was
B+.
good. He was good.
Pressure fighter. So yeah. I don't know, man.
What else? Let me see what else I got. Oh, dude, I wanted to talk about this. Before we head out. Israel Vasquez, right? Comics Vet mentioned him last week when we were live on here.
Mhm.
They were going to show his fight. Caleb or damn, that's a good question. I'm gonna have to pause what I'm gonna say for a Caleb Plant against Billy Joe Saunders. That's an interesting fight.
Mhm.
You want to start with that? Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders.
That for sure. That's not a fan-friendly fight. That's a chess match. I don't think any casual will be like too enticed with that type of match.
168.
But yeah, it's just more of a chess match based on styles wise.
Dude, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
I don't think I've ever been stumbled so much by a question.
Because it's like the good veteran versus the young.
And I mean, I can see Billy Joe Saunders just boxing the brakes out of him. Okay. But at the same time, I could see Caleb Plant catching him.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. That's a good one. That's a good matchup.
That's a good one.
That's a good one for like people like.
I probably favor Billy Joe, but as you can see, I'm not that confident.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Shit, that's tough. Yeah, I think that's where like I can say I can favor Caleb, but no, that seems like too. I can see that he might be a little bit too hyped.
Who do you favor, Sean? Let me ask you. Who do you favor in that one?
I would say Billy Joe. Just like you though. I would say Billy Joe.
That's tough though. That's a tough one.
Even with all Billy Joe's fucking shenanigans outside of court,
but
outside of the ring.
He's been proven, I think, against better opposition. Like we said, Lemieux, Willie Monroe, right? Yeah, Caleb Plant, what's his best win? Uzcategui. So I don't know, man. But I did want to talk about Israel Vasquez. I'll wait for Sean to. I'm going to answer. I'm biased. Yeah. What are you gonna say, Caleb Plant? Yeah. I already know. You gotta answer. But I did want to talk about Israel Vasquez before I get to you guys' answers on there. He's been making headlines and stuff because there's been a lot of articles saying like his body's basically breaking down. I really heard Israel Vasquez.
No, I haven't heard of that.
So all right, let's get to this. So Israel Vasquez, Comics Vet told us last week. Good matchup on paper. All right. Comics Vet told us last week that they would be showing Israel Vasquez against Rafa Marquez, not the soccer player.
I got the hiccups on that one, bro. That's just funny.
Rafael Marquez, brother of Juan Manuel Marquez, right? Of course, he had the 4 fights. I mean, they recently showed him on Showtime, paying tribute to them. But a lot of the headlines have highlighted Israel Vasquez's health, right? So basically, they've been saying that his body's breaking down. I think he's been dropping to like 110 pounds. He was diagnosed with systemic sclerosis, right? I guess. I didn't read too much about it, but I guess his body has been basically dropping in weight, breaking down essentially, and of course they attribute that to boxing. Vasquez, according to this article, said himself that it's something that he'll have to deal with for the rest of his life, and there's no real cure to it. apparently the WBC has been handling the expenses of the treatment, right? So they've stepped up,
That's cool.
Mauricio Suleiman and WBC,
Mhm.
and saying, you know, we're going to help you with this treatment. And this is in addition to him being blind out of his right eye. I'm pretty sure you read about
I
that.
heard
Right?
about that
A few
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
He went blind in the right
Shit.
eye because of all the
Of
wars
boxing.
that he's been
Yeah.
in. So this is the sad stuff that, you know, we hear about and read about in the sport of boxing. But the article did say that he's living here in Huntington Park, California, Southern California, LA County. But he goes to Mexico every 6 weeks for treatment over there. And yeah, basically the WBC has been helping him with the treatment. And I mean, that's just crazy. I don't know. He's 42 years old. Israel Vasquez.
That's crazy.
It's crazy to hear. But just to highlight some of the stuff from his career, he's mostly recognized for the 4 fights against Rafael Marquez, right? 2 times in 2007 they fought. 2008 and 2010 they went 2-2, so they both beat each other twice. He finished with a record of 44-5, 32 knockouts, right, in his notable fights. Like we said, he fought against Oscar Larios. He beat Johnny Gonzalez, our good boy Johnny Gonzalez, by TKO. I think that was in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. And then the fights with Rafael Marquez, of course, he retired in 2010 after being knocked out against Rafael Marquez. But that's his current condition. You know, that's one of the things that I was looking.
That's crazy.
Reading about this week.
110. That's nobody's supposed to be weight. You're weighing that much. There's something going on. 110 is very low. And of course, the first guess you're attributed to boxing, like the weight loss, all that. You know, he's a small guy. He's a small fighter.
But he fought at 122. Like for the most part, in his prime, 122.
So you would think, like, once you retire from boxing, you're like at 140.
And that's exactly what I read. Like when he was weighing in at like 140, and then his health started to diminish, went down, and then that's when he started taking it more serious, like taking tests and this and that. And then WBC basically said, you know, we'll get you some treatment here in Mexico.
Respect to WBC, because I think in the past we've been very you know, we've told them, like, we've been very, what's the word,
critical
of like the you know, the governing bodies, the WBC, the WBO, IBF, all these. We're just like, what are you doing for these fighters? Like, aside from just taking their you know, the belt fees, you know, so like, how are you helping them? So like, respect to WBC for doing this, for stepping up, and you know, we'll see what happens down the line. But
so we got some comments here. Can that kill him, Derek? I don't know if the illness itself can kill him, but what I was reading is that the organs deteriorate and shrink. That's why his weight drops so much. So I don't know if the illness itself can kill him, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's the thing.
This is why healthcare for boxers is vital. We talked about that last week, right? Healthcare for boxers, like what happens to them after they start boxing, right? After they stop boxing, right? Because they give us these classic fights, and then they're forgotten. So like, what happens from there on?
That's the thing with Marquez, Vasquez. These are the fighters that probably weren't at the level of the, you know, the Morales, the Barreras.
They're on that Gaddy Ward type.
They're a little bit lower, but they still give you phenomenal fights. They still give you, you know, these fights that you fall in love with boxing in the first place. And so it, again, like you said, like once the limelight is gone, like the only ones that have to deal with is families, and you know, that's it. So we did talk about how every other sport has a governing body, and how obviously boxing is an entirely different arena. It's the wild,
we talked
wild
about
west.
it last week, right? It's so tough to say, oh, the boxing should just be like the NBA or the NFL, right? Because those associations, or whatever you want to call them, they're governing one country, right? Boxing is worldwide. And we even mentioned it last week, like FIFA. Even there's a lot of corruption, right? A lot of people went to jail not so long ago for bribing, essentially bribing. You know, the Qatar in 2022 is supposed to happen in Qatar, and that was basically bought, right? They bribe people for that. So just because you have a governing body doesn't mean that all these things are, all the corruption is going to be eliminated.
Yeah.
You know, it can even result in more
Mhm.
corruption in some sports.
Yeah.
Right.
So fuck. It's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
that was sad to hear, man.
He's in HP. Hopefully we can reach out to him.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully he gives us that time and space.
Yeah, I remember reading about the loss of the eye
That's
a couple years ago. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. And just think about it, like, yeah, people remember you when you're fighting then and there, but after then what?
yeah.
You know,
I
that's
know.
crazy.
I know something
man.
similar happened with Abner Mares, right? Where there's a chance like he might lose his, you know, the usage of his eyes. So
yeah,
you know, it's crazy. There really should be something in place to help these boxers, you know, post, you know, boxing. So
definitely, man.
I know it's easier said than done, and I know there's a lot of interest politics that go in play. But I mean, hopefully this changes in the next like 15, 20, 30 years.
And that's the dark side of boxing,
Yeah.
right? That's the part that nobody likes to talk about, but it's there. You know, what happens to these boxers when they're done?
Yeah.
You know, when they're retired.
Yeah.
You know, no type of health care. In
Even
this case, he was very fortunate that WBC was like, okay, we'll pay for all the expenses and all that stuff, but not everybody's that fortunate.
Yeah.
Not everybody had classic fights like Israel Vasquez to you know, to be in the limelight like that and be recognized and be supported.
Yeah, that's kind of sad, like where you have to really have like that kind of fight or that kind of career to be like thought of. You know, there's other fighters where like they fight their hearts out, but they don't. Maybe it doesn't just work out for them to have those classic fights or those moments, and they go forgotten.
Yeah, that's crazy. But comics vet here brought another topic. Favorite boxing film. Before we go on to the Robert Garcia giving back by gifting for families buying groceries. Oh, that's dope. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Robert Garcia giving back to families buying groceries.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
So
yeah.
So you said favorite boxing
film.
Favorite boxing film.
You want to take some time to think about that?
I mean, like the first one that comes to mind are those classic fights, right? Like the Gaddy and the Wards.
But he said film.
Film.
Movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to this one. For the longest time, I thought the Ali movie by Will Smith was hot garbage. I
don't even think I watched that one.
You haven't seen it? Okay. For the longest time,
I watched that one.
Yeah. For the longest time, I was like, oh, it must be hot garbage because freaking Ali or Will Smith, who played Ali, kind of like fell off during those 2002, 2006 years. Yeah. So I was like, it probably wasn't that good. And then the critics really like butchered it. We're like, eh.
$1 Million Baby? Which was that?
$1 Million Baby's a shit.
Which was that one?
Oh, that's a shit.
Whose story is that based on?
It's based on Hilary Swank. Plays a female boxer. Bro, you gotta see that shit.
I watched it.
Okay.
I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I look terrible, dude. I never watched women's boxing or women's. It's not on purpose, I promise.
Yeah, he doesn't do it on purpose. So I recommend Ali based on the fact that it's much better than what people think it was. A lot of people kind of butchered it, like, Will Smith.
I think I watched that one.
Yeah, that one.
I haven't watched the Duran one where Usher plays Sugar Ray.
Yeah,
I haven't watched it either.
Good. Another Ana de Armas. Oh, girl. So, girl. Shit.
What?
She's fine.
What are you talking about?
The female, his love interest.
In that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard. Yeah.
She's fine. All right. But yes,
he's gonna get in trouble.
But $1 Million Baby is the best boxing movie. I agree. Was that Comic Vix? Who said that?
It was Derek.
Derek, yeah. $1 Million Baby for sure is my favorite.
It's a heartbreaker? Oh,
boxing. Yeah, bro.
Where can I watch it? Where can I watch this movie?
I think it's on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
The Duran one?
The Duran one, I have to get to rent it. But $1 Million Baby, bro, that one hurts. That one hurts right here.
Yeah?
Because it's like one of those.
It sounds like a sad story.
Okay. She's probably the advanced version of Sergio Martinez as a woman. So she's a lady in her late 20s.
It's about a female boxer.
Yeah, late 20s, early 30s, who's in the gym, hitting the bag.
Don't tell me about it. I want to watch it.
Okay, let me just give you the gist of it.
I want to watch it, man.
She is a fighter that she shouldn't be fighting. She's too old. She's too old to be fighting. But she has that drive.
Is this based on a true story?
It's somewhat
Semi?
based, it's some
Alright.
semi based on a true story. I think there's this female boxer, this Irish boxer, kind of like the pre Katie Taylor.
Okay.
You know, I think this boxer inspired Katie Taylor to become this boxer. I forget her name. I'm sure somebody will put in the comments.
Raging Bull. Yeah, that was
Raging Bull's good. All right,
Yeah.
Raging Bull's good.
Raging Bull. Which one's that one?
With Jake LaMotta.
Jake LaMotta, right?
And
Yeah.
that's
Isn't that on Netflix? Yeah, I remember I
That should
watched
be
that one.
Yeah.
That one was really good.
I think we all agree Southpaw.
Fighting Sugar Ray Leonard
Yeah.
with Sugar Ray Robinson.
Yeah.
So many times.
How do you feel about Southpaw? I think
Southpaw was good. I like Southpaw.
Really?
I like Southpaw.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was.
I like
okay.
Southpaw. I thought it was good.
It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was
the one with.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I think I would go with that one, the Raging Bull one. Jake
Okay.
LaMotta.
I'll stick
The fighter is Minty Ward, right?
Yeah, that was good
That
too.
was good too.
That was solid. I'll stick with $1 Million Baby. That was.
That's what is in it. Rocky, Creed, Raging Bull. All right.
Top 5. This is top 5.
Southpaw was garbage. What?
Yeah. Who's that? Jake? Is it? Yeah, I can agree.
Lily, come on.
Yeah. Let's do top 5. Top or top 3. You want to do top 3?
I can't do top 5. Honestly,
Do top 3. Do top 3.
I'll be honest. I don't even like boxing movies. Like the Rocky, I ain't gonna lie. I never got into Rocky movies.
Okay.
I just thought I liked the lead up to the fights and the training and the stories, but the actual fight scenes,
Okay.
I'm like, I get turned off by that.
All right,
I
let's
don't know, man.
Let's do top 3, bro. Let's do top 3.
Undisputed with Wesley Snipes. I think I watched that one. I'm not sure.
Snipes?
Would you rather
I
see
thought Wesley
boxing?
Snipes 100 Vampires.
All right, so comics. I think that we can answer this one quickly. Would you rather see boxing movies based off real boxers or original stories? I think based off real boxers.
Yeah.
I think those are the best. The fake ones, I don't know.
I think it just depends on storytelling, the way you
the way you
tell the story. Because you could do a story on an actual
Yeah.
boxer and really shit it, and you could do an original one where it really gets all the elements of like character development, emotion, and then build it up, and then
But
I'll give you my top
boxing
3.
movies. I can't give you one. Honestly, I don't
Yeah.
watch boxing movies like that.
Whoever said $1 Million Baby, I agree with that. That's the best movie. I think it won the best
Is it
picture.
number one?
I think it won the best picture for
Alright.
that year. So I'll say that's my number 1. Number 2, I'm just a classic fan of freaking Rocky 4. Not the greatest movie, but it was just like
Which
the
one
most.
was that one?
That's where he fights the Russian.
Okay,
That's like the most entertaining one.
I watched the
base-wise.
one with when he fought Tarver. Right, he fought Tarver.
Yeah, that shit was garbage.
I watched that one.
That was hot garbage.
I watched that one at the theaters actually.
Yeah?
It was okay.
Okay, no. Rocky 4 was he fights a Russian. You lose Apollo, the Russian kills Apollo, and then Marquez avenge him. So that one's more like the emotional aspect, I guess. And the action was a little exaggerated, but it was cool. It was cool. And third one,
Cinderella Man. I've heard
Oh,
about
yes.
that one.
Yes, Cinderella Man.
I've
Third
heard
one,
about
yeah.
that one.
Respect for getting Cinderella Man is GOAT. Yeah.
Yeah, comics said I should do a top 5 boxing movie for his channel. Yeah, you should. Comics
Yeah.
said. Yeah, I would definitely tune into that and share that.
Cinderella Man is based off old school boxer back during the Jack Dempsey, the Jack Johnson days.
I heard about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, write the comments of that boxer's name. It's gonna come back. I think it was. Yeah, but this is during the Great Depression where this guy was already retired. He's like, I'm done with boxing, but because of the Great Depression,
yeah.
he was forced to come back and
Yeah.
like fight for a couple. You know how they fight? They fought like 5 times a month,
Uh-huh.
and he eventually got like a heavyweight match, and he won it. So that was a good one. That was a good one. All right, respect. I like that. Those are my top 3. Fuck you.
Rocky Balboa was dope.
The first one for everybody was dope. The first original.
I don't remember watching a full Rocky movie. Like I watched parts and I'm just like, that's cool.
Do you know the first one who was based on?
What?
The
Rocky
original Rocky?
Balboa?
Yeah.
Rocky Marciano, right?
So it was based on no.
Played
In a way, but the original one was based on Muhammad Ali as Apollo Creed. And I guess they gave like this journeyman, his name was Chuck Wepner, and a chance to fight for the title.
Yeah.
And he fought the same way like the Rocky guy fought, kind of like just. Like,
So he lost.
He lost. He won the distance, but he lost.
Yeah.
That was kind of like the inspiration for Rocky.
And Chuck Wepner. Yeah.
That's what they said.
I
Yeah.
don't know. What was your top 5? I don't know if you said it.
Oh, the top 3. So the top,
Top
three.
three. Top 3.
Well, the first one was $1 Million Baby. And the female boxing fight about this she's over her 30s, but she decides, you know what, fuck it. I'm broke as shit. I have nothing to account for, but I love boxing, so I'm gonna do it. And this old school kind of custom model type trainer decides, he keeps telling her that I'm not training you. You're not. No, you're not gonna make it. But she's like, you know what? This is all I know. I'm gonna train my ass off. Okay, if you want to take me, then take me. She finally convinces him somehow, and he makes her into a world champion. That is crazy.
Okay. That's cool.
The second one, of course, I say Rocky IV. Not because it's like, you know, great, but it was just entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, the whole Cold War shit. You know, Rocky losing his best friend. And
I do like the Creed movies, I must say.
Yeah?
Creed movies are hard.
Mm-hmm. Do you like them? I'll tell you what I think about them. The third one is Cinderella Man because it's the Great Depression and it's like real. So that's good shit. And then it's Russell Crowe, great actor. So that's a good one.
So I don't know what that is, but I don't watch movies, y'all. So I don't know.
So Creed movies, you say you like them?
I like the Creed movies.
Okay, what do you think? You saw both of them?
Yeah.
What do you think of the first one? What do you think of the second one?
Probably saw the second one in theater. First one, I liked that Andre Ward lost.
Oh, wow. Jesus. Lily must love that.
It wasn't Webner who knocked Ali down. It was Henry Cooper.
Henry Cooper, yeah, the British guy.
Yeah, I think I was watching that recently. But I thought they were good movies. Obviously, when you think about these classic movies, you're like, it's difficult for these new movies to live up to that standard. But I thought they did.
Yeah.
I thought they incorporated enough boxers in the movies.
Okay.
Made it realistic enough. I like the storytelling.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I enjoyed both of them.
The Creed movies. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. What about you? It feels like you got some shit to say. Get off your chest.
Creed movie, obviously, to me, I'm a big fan of the Rocky films, so like, there's already a high expectation. So it's like you're gonna revamp this franchise. You better come with it, or go hard or go home type shit. So the first one, it was okay. It was good.
Why do you think that is? I don't like Michael B. Jordan really as an actor.
I don't like him as an actor. Yeah. I think
but I still thought it was good.
He tries too hard, but I thought it was okay. It was alright. It was alright.
It was cool.
It was good. It wasn't great. The second one was a little bit more like emotional, I think, because you see everybody's like kind of story. You see not just freaking Michael B. Jordan's characters, but you see the Russian and his son, how they go into fucking shit as well.
Yeah.
And like
you almost wanted to root for Drago's son, right?
You're like, fuck, it's the guy. He's been going through some shit. Fuck. You see the scene with his mom, where he sees the mom with the royalty and shit. You're like, fuck, she left him. Yeah. And there's some like obviously some political historical shit between Ukraine and Russia. Where like you kind of But dude, the hardest one was like at the end. I did not expect Drago to throw in the towel. That shit was deep. Yeah. I was like, damn, this is the guy that would knock fools out, killed Apollo. Yeah. That's the last guy you expect for him to throw, a towel in for a machine.
So you like the movies?
The second one was good. I like the second one. Yeah.
I like them. Yeah. Just think about the Creed series.
Yeah. I want to see a Ivan Drago spinoff for sure.
Yeah. What were you talking about before? Let's see. I fucking forgot. My bad if I missed some of y'all comments and shit. We're talking about blah blah blah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we just went into that. I forgot what we were gonna go into, but that's the films. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Any other boxing related stuff you got? We kind of talked about WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
WrestleMania was happening. Obviously, no fans.
That's
got a new subscriber on YouTube. Cool.
That's the thing. Boxing has talked about still going with it without fans.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Like seeing
I think at this point you just gotta create the best case scenario, and to me, that's the best case scenario.
Yeah. So seeing,
TV networks still gotta make their money. So.
Yeah. So okay,
and we ain't got shit to watch.
So seeing
unless a fucking Tiger King, unless you're watching Tiger King, like what? Creed is dope.
Okay, all right. Seeing it, would you want to see an Alexander Usyk take on Chisora without fans? To me, good.
See, it's different because it's in the UK. Yeah. In the USA, I wouldn't mind because USA fans are fucking boring.
Yeah,
Like, y'all don't cheer for shit.
Yeah,
But in the UK, it does create a different atmosphere, and even places like Japan
yeah.
creates a different atmosphere.
To
Even
me-
places like Mexico, it creates a different atmosphere.
To me, I can only think of like you zoom into those fighters, like don't show the background. You add some like fucking fake fans or like shit, you know. I would still want to watch it because again, it's just 1-on-1.
Yeah.
So the best man's gonna win no matter what. So
And it's representative of these historic times that we're
Yeah.
living through. Like,
Yeah,
you can always
fuck it.
look back at those times, but like,
damn,
you see that arena empty.
Why?
You know what was going on? Grandkid, son. You know,
Yeah.
do documentaries count? Yeah. What are some good? I know Gio likes WCW. Sorry, I say Goldberg. Oh, he lost that. Goldberg lost at WrestleMania today.
Did he? Shit, I don't know.
Derek said Chisora KO's Usyk.
No. Derek, you're talking nonsense. No.
That's a possibility, but it's not a probability. If you know what I mean. They're going to fight. It'll be months from now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough.
To me, I think I'm just getting so desperate with like quarantines. Like, fucking
Yeah,
just
I watched Tiger King twice, y'all. Can you believe that shit?
twice.
What do you guys think about Tiger King?
Dude, Terry King was
Yeah.
crazy funny, man.
Well, like, because I watched it once and then my girl came over and then she hadn't watched it. So I'm like, let's watch it again. It's pretty good.
Wait, so you saw all 7 episodes?
Yeah.
And you saw them again?
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing?
Yeah, I've never done that in my
Oh,
life,
shit.
but I did that with Tiger King, yo.
That's love, bro. That's
fucking
love.
quarantine does.
All right,
But
man.
But it was a good.
I'm gonna sign up to be a groomsman now because that's love, bro.
I'm just super biased for fighters that I like. And, it's not unnatural to be biased for your fighters, but you know. But yeah, what do you guys think about Tiger King? You guys watch Tiger
fuck
King?
it, let's do
I
it.
thought it was good for some dumbass shit that they were fucking talking about. It made me like tigers more.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah, but I found it comical.
Yeah.
I don't know.
to me, I've always been tigers have always been my favorite
Joe
animals.
Exotic took baby cubs from their moms. He should be free. Damn.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'll be like,
Yeah,
dude,
that's deep.
my favorite animals other than huskies, I own a husky, has been tigers. Tigers, I
Yeah.
love tigers.
But at the
So-
same time, I was telling my girl, like, 'cause she was all sad and shit that they took all these tigers. But I'm like, honestly speaking, like,
you're saving them in a way.
in a way, because they probably
We'll get hunted in the wild.
they get food every day that they otherwise wouldn't get in the wild.
Yeah.
They get to eat every so and so hours. They get food every day. Of course, they have no freedom. They're stuck in
Yeah.
a certain,
Dude.
area, but they do get to eat every day. But it's pros and cons to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it because I've watched some documentaries on just animals, period,
Yeah.
and shit they have to go through on a daily basis just to survive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
a tough one, man.
To me, this take from this show is we always go back to what's gonna make you tune in. It's entertainment, right?
Yeah.
Characters,
Period.
personalities,
Yeah.
like unexpected shit. This show, just like boxing, like it has characters. It has fucking Tiger King. He's a gay guy. Fucking owns
That shit
over
tripped
200
me
plus
out,
tigers,
bro.
and he likes his guns and shit. And so like he's got his mortal enemy, Carol Baskin, who's the one that's trying to save these cats, and which I don't know if she's really doing it because she cages them up anyways. But
You guys think she killed her husband? I didn't think it was like definitive
she just,
evidence, but she seemed a little evil to me.
to me, she just seems
I don't
very
know.
suspect. Very.
She was like laughing and
She had that evil laugh.
yeah,
Where
like when she was
behind-
talking about her husband's disappearance, like, why are you laughing, dog? Like,
Yeah.
what? Why are you laughing?
Yeah. I don't know. She seemed like a freak. I don't know. She had just that evil laugh, like that smile, or like when she's by herself, like I don't know.
Sean said there should be laws about driving around with the giant jungle cats in a convertible with the top down. Yeah, that's definitely not normal. I'm against anything that's not.
Is he hinting at Mike? Iron Mike?
Iron Mike, the original Tiger King?
Oh man, dude. Honestly, this whole quarantine shit, like the Tiger King series was one of those things that like kind of brought a little bit, entertainment.
Yeah. But see, you think, I mean, dogs are wild at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what's considered a wild animal? Of
Yeah.
course, in today's age, there is certain definitions to it. But I mean, I'm sure at some point dogs were wild animals. And now
Yeah.
everybody has a dog. So, but no, I agree with that. Either way, having fucking big ass cats in your car, that's just
Dude, I seen that scene where he was Tiger King, where he was like, he saw a tornado coming into town.
Yeah.
You got 200 cats caged up, right? So he's like, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
then she comes through here.
But
like,
you see, like, I don't know, dude, like those like hillbilly, like white people, they're the closest thing to Mexicans to me.
In a way.
Because like, I don't know, at least in my
Money-wise.
dad's little town, like everybody grew up with animals and shit,
Yeah.
and growing their own crops in their backyard.
Yeah.
So like animals, like everybody has guns just because in case like wild animals want to step into your property and eat your crops, like, you know, scare them away. So animals, in certain places, I guess it's more of a natural thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if in the USA, I don't think it is.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy, I mean, everybody on the show was a character from Tiger King.
Did you watch it, Sean, by the way?
Carol Baskin. To Doug Antle, the guy who had multiple partners. To the low guy that acted as the guy that was gonna save, you know, the zoo.
Yeah.
From being,
There's so many levels to this documentary. You can make 5 documentaries out of one documentary.
Yeah.
But it was entertaining.
It was fun.
I don't like to think too much of it. It was just a documentary on Netflix. It was fun. It was cool.
We'll look back. We're like, oh yeah, it's that one freaking crazy ass show that.
And he ran for governor and ran for
right.
president.
How the fuck do you run for governor when you're
this
like
country,
secretly
man.
plotting like murdering somebody? Fuck, intense. It is intense.
Yeah, but anything else you got? Let's see. What do I have? NBA Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
I know you guys are.
Can they see this?
On that. NBA Hall of Fame. Obviously, Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan. NBA Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Yeah.
We still live? Are you guys there? All right. I'm almost done. One more episode for me. It's entertaining, right? It was like some dumb shit to me, but it was still
like at home. That's the best thing to watch.
Yeah, you know what's crazy about this? I bought this probably like a month before Kobe passed. I don't know why. It's just like cool. I bought it on Amazon. It was like pretty cool. I'm like, I can use this thing one day.
This is like the present that's just
passing of the torch. Right
there.
Yeah, that's crazy. But Kobe, Hall of Fame, right? No surprise there. Probably wear like my Kobe jersey next week. Yeah. It's crazy.
Dude, it sucks to say, but it's almost like this coronavirus crisis like didn't give like Kobe his time for us to mourn. Like, yeah. I don't know. To me, like, I know we talked about this on previous episodes and stuff, and it's just like I see that picture and I was like, that's my childhood. That's like the first image that I get of like
basketball. Period.
Basketball, but
you know, we grow up Mexican households. You grow up on soccer. You grow up on boxing. Yeah, and basketball is just like, how many Mexican basketball players do you guys know? Like, come on.
Yeah,
Mexicans don't watch basketball like that.
You grew up like being so accustomed to just those primos, like your culture. Then you see this guy, you're like, okay, this guy's cool. He's cool. And then you're able to expand, you know, what you're used to. You're able to go talk to that kid, like, hey, you mind if I shoot a hoop? Like,
dude, like I remember I would play at recess, and then like the African American kids would get mad because they would be like in basketball teams and shit, and we would go play with them, you know, soccer players. And all we would just do is shoot, right? I was always just shooting. Yeah. And then we would fucking be making all these shots, and we'd be like, the fuck? These guys don't even play basketball. Like, how are they fucking making all these shots on us?
This is
Like-
before you hit your growth spurt, so like
Yeah.
you're still pretty level.
I ain't going in the paint. These tall guys are gonna block me. I'm just staying outside. Boom.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, how are
Yeah.
these guys who don't play basketball
Mhm.
fucking making all these shots?
Yeah, to me, like I think I've got on record where I said like to me the Kobe I remember is mostly that age as a child. I know you grew up with 24, like in your as a teen,
Yeah.
middle school, high school. But with me personally, I remember 8. I
Yeah.
just remember that fro, and I just remember being that he's that cool guy, like that's our
Yeah.
LA guy.
That's the athlete you want it to be.
Yeah.
Like just the dude just having fun
Yeah.
with the swag,
Mhm.
But going back to some of these, you guys see the doc about Ivan the Terrible? Did you check that out? I don't.
No, I haven't.
I
seen
don't
it.
watch too much TV. So I don't know, man. Is it good? I just read that a tiger tested positive for COVID-19.
What the fuck?
A tiger?
Oh, we screwed
It's
them.
crazy. Well, I mean, supposedly it comes from animals, so I don't know. I used to call myself Derek Fisher when I played basketball back. Derek Fisher was cool, man. Fisher
Yeah.
was cool. Yeah.
Some moments that you don't forget, like that .04. I can say I saw that .04 like when it happened live. Kick out 9. No kicking either.
Yeah. Yeah, I was stuck back then, but I was Tiger King, NBA Hall of Fame.
Yeah. No, congratulations to these 3 legends. You can honestly say Kobe, Kevin Garnett, and Tim Duncan. These are just guys that were just in any era that would be like a threat. Freaking Kobe with his, just that work ethic, that drive. Kevin Garnett, I remember hearing stories about him where he's like, I would wake up at 4 a.m. to go run, to go train. I'd be like, fuck, I would do that shit
You know what's
too.
crazy? I was always the type to say like I would always take Kevin Garnett over Tim Duncan.
Okay.
It wasn't until Tim Duncan's like last few years that I'm like, all right, I appreciate what he does.
Yeah.
Because that season when they beat the Heat, like Tim Duncan was still on, even though regular season he was like, oh, whatever, and then the finals he just turned it on and dominated. And that's when I really appreciated him and after that I'm like, Tim Duncan was like a much better older player than Kevin Garnett. So
that's the kind of the equivalent of like a really good old fighter beating like a very solid, fighter in his prime type shit. For me, like Tim Duncan, I was like, that's just the guy that was just not flashy. He never exerted too much, emotional, expressions. He was just fundamentally sound. And when you say that, it's like that's the one player that puts in the work to do all the fucking boring shit that needs to be done to lay that foundation for the rest of the, Yeah.
All right, let me go to some of these comments.
Okay.
The Devil Next Door is a documentary about Ivan the Terrible, an ex-Nazi who comes to the U.S. to live a normal life but gets sent to Israel. What the hell? To go on trial for. Is that on Netflix? Used to be a Kobe fan, but he was a great player and a clear Hall of Famer. Comes to it. Derek, Kobe's high school is only an hour away from me. Oh shit, that's dope.
Dude, get some
Comics
footage, bro.
vet Duncan was the best player of this Hall of Fame. No, let me tell you why not. Let me tell you why you're wrong, Comics vet. Duncan, Netflix. Oh shit, it's cool. I gotta check that out then. Dude, that's interesting. Duncan, see the thing about that's the difference between people liking someone and disliking another person. Because Tim Duncan never got you got carried by Kawhi Leonard, right? You got carried by Tony Parker. You got carried by David Robinson, right? Yeah. Nobody gave him that stuff, even though all these guys are winning finals MVPs, right? But to me, that's the difference between, the bias of you liking someone and not liking someone, right? Kobe always gets that. Oh, you got carried by Shaq, all right? But nobody mentions Tim Duncan. Well, Kawhi Leonard was winning finals MVP. Tony Parker was winning finals MVP. And on top of that, Kobe Bryant made what? Was it 7 finals between 2000 and 2010, right? Tim Duncan's prime, right? Kobe made 7 finals. 2000, 2001, 2002. He made 2008, 2009, 2010, right? 2004 as well. I'm missing that one. So Kobe had more accomplishments than Tim Duncan. Plus, he had He just had things that Tim Duncan could never accomplish, like 81-point game.
Mm-hmm.
Did Tim Duncan do that? Tim Duncan never missed playoffs in his prime. Okay, he also had great teams in his prime. Kobe in his prime had Smush Parker. He had Kwame Brown.
Kwame.
Right? And even in 2010, I don't know if you can consider that Kobe's prime. And he was still able to beat a better Celtics team.
Yeah.
But that's just my take. Tim Duncan was on that like Patriots.
I was gonna say that too, bro.
He was on the Patriots. Like they had
a great coach.
They had a great coach, and they had the same Hall of Fame players for over 15 years. Yeah. So that's the thing. You can't discount people. Like you wouldn't say Tim Duncan is a better player than Jordan because he made more playoffs or he won more playoff series, right? Yeah. I mean, I think he was just very fortunate to land in a very good team. Yeah. But you can't discredit Tim Duncan. Like I feel like that is an argument. Like you can't say, "Oh, you're crazy if you think Tim Duncan is the best player of this era." Like it's not crazy to say. It is an argument, but I feel like there's more arguments for Kobe than for Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I would say like Tim Duncan was he with the Spurs like his whole career? Joe?
Huh?
Was he with the Spurs his whole career?
Yeah, he was.
So to me, he fell in that perfect system for the person he is.
Duncan would not have made the playoffs with the 2005 Lakers squad. That's the thing that like a lot of people say, "Oh, LeBron carried these teams." Dude, Kobe had Smush Parker. He had Kwame Brown. He had Luke Walton. And he still took the Suns to like 7 games in 2005 or what was it? Mm-hmm. Did you ever think Kobe was the reason for no one wanting to come to LA and play with him? Of course, dude.
While, yeah.
Of course, dude. Ego. It's not even about his ego. It's that he would expect the best out of you. And people weren't built like that. Mm-hmm. Dwight Howard wasn't built like that. That's why after 1 year, he dipped. Most people aren't built like that. Most people don't have that mentality. Mm-hmm. So, of course, if you want to have fun, go play with LeBron. If you want to win and have somebody on your face talking about work harder, you got to do more. In the case of Kobe, then you go to the Lakers. But of course, that's why Shaq left. He didn't want to play with Kobe because he even said at the end of his career he was like addicted to fucking what was it like cheeseburgers or what was it like Big Macs like.
Kobe's
Not everybody's built like that. All right, let's see. I can say Kobe is a better player, but Duncan is a greater player. I think there's a distinction there.
I would say Kobe's a better individual player.
He won 5 titles and made 7, despite the fact that people apparently didn't want to come here.
Yeah, Tim Duncan was a better overall
team. LeBron had a pretty bad team that 1 year. And that's the thing about LeBron. Like, who realistically wants to play with LeBron? That's another thing that the media. That's why I hate the media, because who has ever become a better player with LeBron? Who realistically has become a better player with LeBron? Yeah. Kevin Love was averaging 20-20 with Timberwolves. Of course, he's not going to average that in the Cavs, but he looked like he was miserable with the Cavs. Kyrie Irving left. Wade's stats went down. Bosh wasn't close to a star in Toronto. He went to the Heat, and he was a shadow of himself. Nobody has ever become a better player with LeBron and LeBron's team. It was ego. Of course, every superstar has ego, but same with you can say the same thing about Jordan. How many players can you say that wanted to play with the Bulls? Isaiah Thomas hated Jordan, and of course it's all ego, but I feel like you gotta have ego to be that great. Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Facts. Yeah, but see, people say LeBron made 8 finals in a row. Okay, how many did he win? Kobe made 7 out of 10 in that decade and won 5. Come on, that's crazy. In the Western Conference.
Yeah, that's tough.
Dirk in his prime couldn't get a ring. Jason Kidd in his prime couldn't get a ring.
In the West, yeah. How many would you give?
Tim Duncan, that great Spurs team couldn't get a ring in their prime.
If Kobe was in the East,
when Kobe had a good team.
If Kobe was in the East, same teams as LeBron. How many championships do you think he would have won?
If Kobe was in the East, Pistons were good for about 2 years. Like they were.
Yeah, pretty solid.
The Celtics had their two years. He probably had the same. I mean, it depends who are his teammates though, because the West was heavy.
Yeah,
West was heavy, man, with the Spurs.
Yeah.
And even the teams that, man, see, that's the thing. Like all these Hall of Famers who couldn't get a ring because of Kobe.
It's true.
Everybody eats in LeBron's era. Dirk swept Kobe. Yeah, that's true. But look who he had on his team. Andrew Bynum. Right? He had Pau Gasol, who I never liked on the Lakers. He was ultra soft.
Because he was soft, but he was good.
He was an all-star, but I saw Phil a couple times sock him in the chest to wake him up. He had Lamar Odom, who was on drugs the whole time. And yeah, it was funny because we were just talking about that earlier. Like we're talking about that, how the Mavs just didn't miss a three that whole year. It was insane, that whole playoff run. That was bad. That's probably one of the worst. Lakers getting swept. Of course, I think there was already a lot of problems there. Phil left after that year. Bynum disappeared after that year. Lamar was non-existent after that year. But yeah, the Mavs did sweep the Dirk guy. Ended up getting the ring. After Shaq left, Kobe didn't get anywhere with Lakers. Got beat.
Did you hear
got
that?
best big man. What? What is that?
Here. Rocky music.
Who's playing Rocky music? Man, y'all tripping. After Shaq left, Kobe didn't get anywhere until Lakers got the best big man in the game. Gasol was nowhere near the best big man in the game. Artest was 3 years out of his prime. That team got swept by Dirk. Yeah. All right, so let's tackle this one at a time. So, you think anybody will get anywhere? Kobe actually made the playoffs with Smush Parker, Devin George, Lamar Odom, and Kwame Brown. You think anybody would have made the playoffs with that team? Realistically, I'm just asking. Realistically, with that team, Kobe was averaging 35 that season. All right. Best big man, Gasol. Gasol would have been. He would have not been a Hall of Famer if he would have not gone to the Lakers. You think about guys like Yao Ming, who are Hall of Famers, right? Gasol was under all those guys. He was putting up cute stats, yeah, but with the Vancouver Grizzlies, who are non-existent, right? Gasol's a great player, but I feel like Kobe brought the best out of him. Like, come on. He was not the best big man in the game. If you want to talk about the best big man in the game, I mean, Duncan was still alive, so even Dirk was still alive. So, all right. What are we looking at right here? Tim Duncan had the Mario Ginobili, Parker Leonard at different points in his career. Those were Hall of Famers. No one wins alone. Okay. Gasol. Come on, dude. Show me Gasol's stats in 2008 and show me how many playoff wins did he have up to that point, right? Because when you talk about best big man, it's not only about stats, I believe, because you could have said Kevin Love was the best big man, averaging 20 and 20 with the Timberwolves, all right? How many games were you winning, though, with those stats? Because even Bosch was putting up crazy numbers with Toronto Raptors. So, yeah, Gasol was never the best big man ever in the NBA. So I don't know what NBA you were watching, but in terms of best big man, I mean, Tim Duncan would probably own that for the vast majority of that. Kevin Garnett, Yao Ming. I would have rated Chris Bosh over Gasol. I don't know. Before Gasol, no playoffs for Kobe. No, he actually made the playoffs when they took the Suns to Game 7 with that trash ass team. Powell was starting at power forward, Garnett, Duncan, Dirk. No, back then Garnett, Duncan, Dirk were actually power.
Yeah, it's almost watching Rocky right now. That's what's up.
Yeah, they lost 3-1 to the number 1 seeded Suns. I mean, what can you say? You take that team to Game 7 against the Suns? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's an argument to be made for Duncan, but most of the time you're going to lose the argument. I mean, there's more arguments for Kobe. As far as, I mean, even his stats, like at the end of his career, Tim Duncan wasn't putting up great stats. He didn't average a double-double, I don't know, for his last like 3 years or whatever it was. I don't know. Even though he was still winning rings. When he won a ring against the Heat, he wasn't even averaging a double-double in that year.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. He didn't win more rings than Kobe, so I don't know. What can you base it off? Yeah. They're all clear Hall of Famers. I started to hate Kevin Garnett when he went to the Celtics.
Okay,
He
yeah,
got a little too loud and too cocky.
Yeah,
and
I
like,
get that.
it was like, okay, you're like back then I would always take Garnett over Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Because I felt like Garnett was better on offense and defense, especially defense.
Yeah. I remember
But after that, it was like, okay, you didn't win anything with
Minnesota.
Yeah.
I remember hearing like, oh, there's this guy from Minnesota. He's a beast, tall. Plays both sides of the court. I remember seeing his face all over the place. I was like, okay, he must be good. He's like putting up numbers. But then I was like, when he didn't win anything.
Yeah.
I remember like that saying like, okay,
Yeah.
when's he gonna get anything?
Yeah.
And then that's when he got to the Celtics. I was like, okay, he's a little bit older now. Like, finally won something, but
yeah, no, yeah. I don't know. I don't see too many people saying Tim Duncan is a top 5 player. I see people saying Kobe's a top 5 player. So, I mean, he just had more accomplishments than Tim Duncan, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, and then never liked Kevin Garnett. Yeah, he was just a little too loud for my liking. But let's see what else we got. That was a good little debate there. Thank you, Sean, for being on my side. What else you got? Anything else you got?
I think so.
That's it?
I think that's it.
Man. Yeah, we went an hour 20 on this one, like another 30 minutes on the other one. Shit, I don't know. Make sure I didn't see anyone who isn't from Cali or from. He's borderline top 10. I don't know, man. See, that's the thing about Kobe too. Like a lot of people hated him because he would always torture team.
Yeah.
It was like if you see anybody talking from like the 80s or 90s, they will say the same shit. Like I fucking hated Jordan. Like I couldn't fucking stand him back there.
Fucking Kobe was a throwback to like old school with trash talking.
But what's the stat? Like Kobe dropped 40 plus on every single team in the NBA. Like,
exactly.
Of course, you're not gonna like him, Yeah. But
he just had like that cocky. Every time he goes to your home, to your venue, he lays it down. That hurts more than getting beaten in like the Staples when you're just coming.
I don't know. He's the 4th top scorer in the NBA history.
Yeah.
Coming out of high school.
Yeah.
But all right, I need the Sixers to do something. Sixers is a shit back in the day with AI, but they fell off.
Pound for pound, AI, right? Pound for pound.
AI, dude, that's the man. Yeah, that's all I got, dude. I don't have anything else. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, that's.
Are you falling asleep or what?
Yep. No, it's pretty. I mean, like it's. Honestly, we love boxing. We miss boxing. We hope it comes back soon. Honestly, like we keep ourselves entertained with like some old footage, but obviously we want to know like the contemporaries, like what's in the now. We want to see what's gonna happen with Lomachenko and with Teofimo. We want to see if Terrence Crawford and Spence ever gets made. Hopefully he
2021,
does.
y'all. Don't even get your
Yeah.
hopes up.
2020, just
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap. 2020 is a wrap. Let's just hope.
Yeah.
2021, we finally, this is like what a boxers call it? You're taking a round off, right? We're taking a year off. Hopefully they decide 2021. All right, fuck it, let's make it happen. Let's make these people happy. Let's make the fans happy. Because without the fans, any sport ain't shit. So
yeah, we'll see how all this resumes. Talked about it a little bit last week, and I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll try to do a weekly podcast still. We'll see how it continues. But am I the only one who thinks Philly is the worst fan base?
Is that Derek?
Comics bet.
Oh, they talking shit
For any sport.
Talking shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to Philly. I've never been to the East Coast, man.
We gotta go.
Well, we lost Iggy. It was over, dude. When the Warriors got Iggy, I was like, God damn, these fools are gonna win a championship, dude. Because the guy had like David Lee and Iggy. I was like, damn. All right, Virgil Ortiz versus Spence. See him talking about it.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that picture. I seen that picture here.
Derek keeping it real. Yeah, we're pretty shitty.
Shit. Some of the season I want to visit Detroit, Philadelphia, Boston. Some like major sports.
Anything but New York.
Yeah.
New York just feels.
We're trying to stay away from New York. It's not a good time to go.
Looks like shit over there, huh? Rat City. The rat capital of the world.
Oh my god.
Virgil Ortiz is the next one up, man.
Hey.
Virgil Ortiz. Still young. Golden boy. She's gonna knock a lot of people out, man.
Yeah, we'll try to see. We'll see if we can visit him during these days.
Yeah.
Stay 6 feet away from him. Interview him from this far.
Yeah. I had some crazy boxing records that I want to talk about. We could do it next week, but it's just some crazy ass
Okay.
fucking shit. Let me read some of them real quick. Because I was reading this the other day.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, how are some of these even
How's this possible?
like possible?
Fighting that many times a year.
Yeah, like let's see. Let me let this shit load up. Well, we're about to head out. So any last messages that you guys want to send, drop them down. All right. So like there's 20 records on this article that probably won't be beaten. I don't know how long ago this was written, but Willie Pep, 2 unbeaten streaks of 62 fights.
Damn.
Like how?
So he won 62 straight. He probably took a loss, and then he went
and then
another 62 fights of I'll take that first one. I'll be happy.
So his first bout came in 1940, and then he didn't taste defeat until his 63rd contest. And then I don't know. This is just like some crazy. Then I don't know, but yeah, these are just like some crazy ass records. Let's see, most career wins. Willie Pep again, 229 career wins. It's just like crazy shit like that. I'll read this stuff next week. But Harry Stone, 222 bouts without being stopped.
Damn.
This guy had a record of 82, 47, and 18 draws, right? But he went 222 fights without being knocked out.
Damn. American wants that chin. Shit.
Yeah, Chavez is actually mentioned in the hey, my brother-in-law's here. He's from Brazil. He's a MMA fan, but he tries to tune in and stuff. Saludos, obrigado. Come up to Seattle because I live near Seattle now. Hey, that's what's up. I want to go to Seattle. I want to go with it sometime. Chavez, yeah. People used to fight once a month. Floyd going to fight Connor 38 more times to beat Chavez. I think Chavez fought a guy with over 200 fights. Yeah, that's crazy, dude. But some of these guys have like crazy amount of fights. Yeah. The Jake LaMotta one, that movie.
Yeah,
he talked about how he fought Sugar Ray Robinson with a 3-week gap,
Dude.
and they fight each other 6 times in their careers. Like, it's insane, dude. How do you fight a classic fight and then 3 weeks later you fight the same guy again? That's insane, dude. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's all we got for this week. We'll be back next week, right?
Yeah,
Chris.
same. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do Sundays.
Anybody else you want to shout out?
No, man, just hopefully everybody keeps safe, stay safe. I know it's a crisis going on. This is gonna pass. We can't wait to get back to our normal routine, watching boxing, watching these fighters that put everything on the line, to better their lives, lives for their families. So this will pass. Just stay safe.
Yeah, man. We're doing good over here in Cali. It's not as crazy. It's not as crazy thus far.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
And like Derek said, someone sneezes, just hook them.
Fucking
Throw a little uppercut. Why not?
Shit. Don't forget to wash your hands, putos.
And I don't know who NM is, man. Flat out.
Hey.
You got that fucking hand sanitizer and shit. All right, man. Hey, thank you guys for joining us. Once again, shout out to Comics Vet. Make sure to follow him. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to check out Just Boxing Live. His podcast seems like it's on pause at the moment, I suppose.
Yeah.
Until, I don't know, further notice. But check out Just Boxing Live on same Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all that good stuff. Thank you to Chicano Boxing. She probably fell asleep. She's probably drunk. But yeah, we're gonna continue to just kick it here and drink a little bit. Do you guys drink at all? I don't know. Let us know. We're just drinking like Modelo and stuff.
Yeah.
Spirit, keeping it simple. But yeah, that's that, man.
That's it, man.
Thank y'all for joining us.
Hey,
We'll be
back
back
next week.
Kobe's the greatest of his generation. Just kidding. Hey, next week we'll probably do like some call-ins and stuff so y'all can argue with us and shit.
Yeah.
So it could get a little more crazy and shit, because
Too simple here. Too simple.
I don't like arguing with people typing because I know it's more difficult to get your points across and shit. So we'll probably do call-ins and all that stuff next week if y'all want to do that. But yeah, man.
Yeah, we'll reach out to some people. We'll reach out to some people in the boxing world, see if we get them on. So
just turned 21 last July. Damn, you a baby, Derek.
Damn.
Shit.
There's a whole life ahead of him.
Yeah, don't drink, man. Drinking is bad for you.
Yeah, no, I don't drink.
Only on weekends.
Only with the homies.
All right, man. Anything else you got? Any shout outs?
That's it. You can follow us up Against the Ropes, againstdaropes_, and on Instagram, againstdaropes.online. Yeah, that's it.
Stay safe. Wash your hands. Stay away from people and shit. Stay home. And no, man, we'll be back next week. Anything else y'all gotta say? Right? Why you're sharing the comments, man?
Okay.
Say bye to your baby mamas and side chicks and shit. Before I head out of here. Let me hit some fucking drops before. Let me hit him with that fucking.
People don't know shit about us.
That's right. See you next week. All right. With this corona every day a weekend, so you drink all week. No, don't drink. Stay away from alcohol, man. That ruined a lot of boxers' careers.
Man.
All right, so stay away from that.
Stay away from drugs.
Stay away from corona. Drink Modelo.
Yeah. Right? You gotta be around models. That's the point.
All right, y'all. Thank you for joining us. Let me hit you with this fucking little.
Do the ski challenge. So make the fans.
Hey, Derek.
Against the Ropes
I got some
podcast.
hands for you.
Got some hands.
Derek.
Too fast. Woo! Fast.
Oh.
Fast.
Fast.
Fast. You see that clip where David Diaz was all like, they asked him like, was Manny too fast for you? He's like, no. Oh no, they're like, was he too powerful for you? He's like, no, he did too fast. I thought Freddie Roach was in there hitting me too.
All right, peace, y'all.
Like that hand speed.